At the beginning of the movie, some high-ranking Russian military officials were inspecting very advanced and modern machines that were being used for war. The brain that drives these machines is Model 1 artificial intelligence, which uses its abilities to make accurate shots and detect any kind of danger and attack it to eliminate the danger. In addition, its speed and self-defense are much more modern than any ordinary soldier. While the army officials were watching the demonstration of these machines, the machines went out of control of the Russian army and had already fallen into the hands of a human. Seeing this, tanks and helicopters were sent to destroy those machines, but those machines destroyed them all in a few minutes and killed all the army officials present there. Then the man who had taken control of these machines and caused havoc there is also shown, and after that he left with those machines. Now, after such a dangerous attack on the Russian army and the theft of advanced technology, the entire army is put on high alert and begins to try to make plans to stop this enemy. Where first of all the information about this man is extracted that the name of this man is August Kuratov, who was a very capable and genius scientist of Russia. He was also the lead scientist of the secret Soviet genetic research program started by the Russian army after the 1940 war, which was preparing Model 1 AI technology for army vehicles. Through this, they could be operated by artificial intelligence instead of human brain to run any computer and machine. But this experiment was not very successful. Meanwhile, Kuratov was jealous of a fellow scientist named Victor. Victor was the head of genetic research, who was researching to make humans superhuman through genetic experiments. And with his research, Victor had also succeeded in making 4 special soldiers super soldiers. So Kuratov did not like the success of his partner. His Model 1 experiment had also failed and his department had been closed down. So to avoid his failure, Kuratov stole all of his partner Victor's research to get ahead of him. After that, he built his own underground laboratory for biological and genetic experiments and also harmed many people to conduct a variety of dangerous experiments there. After this, the Russian army ordered to close Kuratov's underground laboratory and his experiment to stop his madness. But Kuratov had made his laboratory explosive, due to which there was a terrible explosion there. But Kuratov did not die in it, but due to the genetic and biological chemical gas inside that laboratory, Kuratov's body started to change strangely and suddenly he himself became a very powerful superhuman. After that he fled from there. And now, after so many years, the army has confirmed that Kuratov is still alive and through his Model 1 experiment, he has today stopped our advanced technology and stolen our machines by controlling them with his artificial intelligence brain. Now we are afraid that if he takes control of all the technology and weapons of the whole of Russia, it will be impossible to stop him. So, the only way to stop Kuratov is that we have to find all the super soldiers created by Professor Victor, who have been missing since the accident, and ask them for help to stop Kuratov. And for this mission, the Russian army chooses its best and capable Major Alina and gives her this mission. And in this mission, she has to first find those 4 superhumans and form a team and prepare them to face Kuratov. So Alina immediately puts her entire team on this task to find all 4 superheroes across Russia to complete her mission. After which it is shown that in a short time, the team of the command center finds one of the superhumans, who lives alone in a remote mountainous area. Alina immediately reaches her place to meet her, where they find the first superhuman, whose name is Lear, who can move stones with his superpower and can also attack dangerously by throwing those stones in any form. Alina meets with him and tells him about Kuratov, how he attacked the Russian army and what havoc he can wreak with his Module 1. So, because of Kuratov, her life was ruined in this way. She also seeks a new purpose in her life and agrees to join Alina on this mission. Then, the 2 of them set out to find the other 3 superhumans. Now, we introduce another superhero, Khan, who has the speed of lightning along with a sword, which helps her attack an enemy gang and cut down their leader in one go. Afterward, in a matter of moments, she also takes out all the members of the armed gang with other weapons in her cars. When Lur and Alina join Khan as well, they set out to find the 3rd superhuman, whose superpower is that he can appear as a powerful and fierce bear, named Arsuis. Now, they go to the team's final superhuman, who is a formidable fighter and has the superpower of being invisible in water, named Xenia. Then, they take all of them with them and go to their command control center, where their general informs the team about Kuratov's location, and they will have to go there and bring him under control. After this, the 4 super soldiers set out to complete their mission. They reach Kuratov's hideout, where a clone army created through genetic experiments is deployed. Still, they all go inside. where Genie is trying to get inside using her power of disappearance among those soldiers. But those soldiers, who were created with very advanced technology, see Genie through their thermal imaging and release nitrogen gas on her, due to which Genie freezes there. On the other side, Aruz is moving forward by killing everyone who comes in front of him by turning into a bear. Khan and Lear are also using their powers to kill the soldiers there and moving forward so that they can reach Kuratov and stop him in any way. But in the middle of the same fight, one of the soldiers is successful in injecting Khan with an injection of unconsciousness. Meanwhile, Aruz is also trapped in a dangerous trap. And on the other side, Lear faces Kuratov himself. So he tries to fight him. But Lear cannot stand in front of Kuratov's strength. And Kuratov leaves him there after beating him badly, thinking that he might be dead, and imprisons the remaining 3 super soldiers with him, and offers everyone to join him. In response, all 3 refuse. But Kuratov still gives them 24 hours to think. And on the other side, it is shown that when Alina in the command center loses contact with these 4 super soldiers, she immediately reaches Kuratov's hideout with her soldiers. But by then Kuratov had left from there. Alina releases Lear along with the rest and takes them back to the command center with her. And now in the next scene, it is shown that to fulfill his dangerous purpose, Kuratov first controls all the big trucks and tanks from a Russian military base through his Module 1I program and takes them with him. The Russian army was also unable to stop him because all the ships and tanks that came to stop him could also be captured by Kuratov. And Kuratov, showcasing his power to the whole of Russia, lifts a very huge 500-meter-long mega tower in Moscow, the capital of Russia, which is connected to many satellite systems and dishes, with dozens of helicopters and large cranes. He steals it to fulfill his dangerous purpose. And he puts it on the tallest building in Russia. And now Alina in the command center realizes that even the 4 superhumans together cannot compete with Kuratov. Then she calls Professor Victor for their help. Professor Victor is the man who discovered this genetic experiment and succeeded in creating superhumans. So Professor Victor creates a genetic custom-built suit to increase the powers of the 4, with the help of which their powers can get more energy and the 4 can use their powers in a better way. Meanwhile, when the Russian army and Alina in the command center get the news that Kuratov has stolen Russia's tallest tower, they research to know his unknown motive, where they come to know that Kuratov is going to take control of all the satellites in space all over the world by connecting his Model 1 program to the system of that mega tower. And if he takes control of all those satellites, it means that the whole world will be locked in Kuratov's fist and the whole world together will not be able to stop him. Because with the help of those satellites, he will also take control of all the weapons, tanks, ships, rockets, submarines, and even nuclear weapons of all the countries in the world, after which no country or power will be able to stop Kuratov. So this time again, Alina and her superhero team try their powers to the limit to stop Kuratov and prepare themselves to fight Kuratov by making themselves better. Kuratov is also preparing to fulfill his motive and takes control of a large nuclear satellite of Russia. After which, when only 1 hour is left to complete the setup of taking control of all his satellites and the weapons of the world, the Russian army prepares its weapons to blow up the entire Moscow city from the system of large rocket launchers to stop this work. This means that the superhero team will have to kill Kuratov before this attack and also get out of there on time. So now in the next scene, it is shown that they attack Kuratov's building from 4 different positions, where fighting one Aruz is moving forward killing everyone to enter the building from the ground. Meanwhile, Khan tries to enter that building from above with the help of a ship. But the war machines that were in Kuratov's possession start attacking that ship, due to which the ship has to back off. Along with the rest of the team that was coming in from the ground, Kuratov's soldiers start to get heavy on them. Then Aruz goes 1 level up in his power and comes in the form of a completely dangerous and powerful bear and falls on them. With which the rest of the 2 superheroes also deal with everyone and go inside the building and go to their positions and are waiting for Khan to come there. Just then, when Khan gets a chance, he jumps off the plane and attacks the soldiers who are stopping the rest of his team from moving forward from the sky and joins his team by saving them. After that, they start moving forward. Whose first mission is that they can somehow disconnect the building's mainframe generator from the joint antenna. Then they all try to kill the guard there and close it by reaching that mainframe generator inside the building. Because that generator was covered with very dangerous electromagnetic energy. To close which Genie herself uses her hands and enduring extreme pain, she is able to short-circuit it, and the security fence above that building is also closed. which Kiritov had put up for his protection. After that, the four reach Kiritov on the roof of the building and all together start attacking Kiritov to kill him. But even then Kiritov alone fights those four, because in front of his strength, even the four of them together could not stop him. And then when Kiritov was easily beating everyone, seeing all this, Khan tied his sword to the ship going up to him to save everyone and tied the other three with that rope and left from there. But Kiritov starts to bring down that ship with his power. Before it falls, Khan cuts that rope and all four land safely in the water. Meanwhile, the Russian army also starts a rocket launcher attack, so that Kiritov's entire system along with him is also destroyed. But those rockets also fail in front of Kiritov, because he also changes the direction of the rockets towards the sky and does not let even a scratch come on his plane. But in the end, after losing to all things, the four superheroes use their last weapon to kill Kiritov. That is, all four of them connect with each other to create a very dangerous and deadly energy and attack Kiritov's building. In the blast of which Kiritov's built systems and his building, along with half the city, are also destroyed and Kiritov's built system and antenna tower also break into pieces, with which Kiritov also falls from that tall building and dies. And the movie ends here. How did you like this movie? Do tell us by commenting. And do subscribe to our channel.